Hello, industry explorers. My name is Siobhan Colleen, and we have a very, very special guest today. You may already notice that today is a little bit different because my guest is half my size, but probably twice as smart. We have with us LIL'MISSFIXIT, Miss Elana. How are you today?
I'm good.
I'm very excited to have you. And we also have her dad, Jordan Day, who has been teaching her a lot about the skilled trades. So before we get into this much further, I've got to just show you guys the video that caught my attention. It went viral on LinkedIn. Jordan, how many views would you say it got?
It's got almost 230,000.
So almost 250,000 people have seen this, and that's really exciting to me. So let me go ahead and share this. That's amazing. So in under 2 minutes, I can see that you have been part of quite a few projects and that you've learned so much. On your YouTube channel, you've changed a dishwasher, you've swapped out a sink faucet, you've swapped out a toilet, you've soldered copper tubing, and you talked about heat rectification. You've done a lot, and it's really impressive to see all that you've learned at, how old are you?
9.
9, at 9 years old. So let me just start by asking you, what is your favorite tool?
A torch.
Your favorite tool is a torch. What do you use the torch for?
To like solder pipes together. And you could also use an oxyacetylene torch to cut metal.
That's a lot of fun. I've never used an oxyacetylene torch. Have you done any welding, like MIG welding?
You mean the kind that you take the two pipes and kind of solder to them together?
You have like an electrode, and it comes out of a spool, and then you now I'm trying to remember how to weld. And then it heats up, and it kind of sparks everywhere. And you push the electrode into the metal to join the metal together?
No.
Is that something you want to do?
Yes.
Yeah. So Jordan, when do you think Elana is ready to start welding?
I think she's ready now. I just got to get a good MIG welder to start with.
Yeah.
I could definitely use some practice myself.
Yeah. And so what's your approach to teaching her how to weld? Quick question. When do you turn 10? When's your 10th birthday?
In May 25th.
Oh, it's next month. Well, happy early birthday to you. So, Jordan, what is your approach when teaching someone who's 9, 10 years old how to weld? Like, what is the first step when it comes to teaching them and teaching them safely?
Yeah, of course, the first step is always go over safety very thoroughly. You also wouldn't want to take a child that's not really coordinated with their hands. There's certain things that I let her do that my son's not quite ready for. So
How
you want
old
to make
is
sure
your
they're real
son?
coordinated with their hands and that they're not going to drop something or point something towards themselves. Make sure they're aware of their surroundings.
How old is your son?
He's 8.
8 years old. Okay. So paying attention to hand coordination, grip, making sure they're not dropping things. I imagine distraction is something you also kind of keep in mind, how focused they are on the task, because distraction is how you cause accidents. Elana, what is your least favorite tool?
An adjustable winch.
An adjustable wrench. How come?
Because every single time you try to walk with it, it gets unadjusted.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I hate when I'm like in the middle of tightening something and then my wrench is loose and then it starts to slowly get looser and looser and then I have to adjust it again in the middle of tightening something. I feel your frustration there. Out of all the videos on your channel, let me share my screen again. Oops, not that one. This one. And let's look at, so this is Elana's channel. She is LIL'MISSFIXIT. There are no spaces in between LIL'MISSFIXIT. And she's already got 80 subscribers. So we got to bump those numbers up. If you're watching this, make sure you subscribe because she's going to teach you a lot. Let's see. You have your first episode, how to solder copper tubing, learning to cut steel with oxyacetylene. You talk about flame rectification. You replace a kitchen faucet, remove a dishwasher, install a dishwasher, and your most recent video is how to replace a toilet. So, which project was most fun for you?
The oxyacetylene one.
Yeah, I think that one is the most fun to watch because I get like the big flame that comes out, and I like when you adjust it and then the flame gets smaller. What project was the most difficult?
The toilet.
The toilet was the most difficult. What was most difficult about it?
Because the sewer gas stunk.
Ooh, yeah.
And it was really difficult because there was like a lot of steps. And a lot of steps were really hard.
Yeah. When you got the new toilet to install, were there instructions that came with it? Yeah. Did that help because there were so many steps, did it kind of help to have that written down?
I don't think we went through the instructions yet, though.
You just kind of figure it out as you go. Yeah. Elana, what safety advice do you have for beginners?
Always wear PPE.
Always wear PPE. Elana, what is PPE?
Personal protection equipment.
Nice. And what kind of PPE do you use?
Safety goggles and the one that I can't remember what it's called, but it's kind of like goggles. Well, it is goggles, but it's like the ones that I used for oxyacetylene.
Yeah, I can't remember. Do you wear the full like hood?
No, just the eye part.
Just the eye part? Okay. That's right, because they have a green rim around them. I remember now. And you also wear gloves.
Yes.
Do they fit?
Not the one with the toilet.
Not the ones with the toilet. Is it, do you think that's a safety issue if your PPE doesn't fit you right?
No.
Jordan, what do you think?
Well, maybe if you're messing or trying to fix a spinning modal, that if your gloves are too big, that could grab onto your gloves.
Yeah, definitely.
We have ordered her some nitrile rubber gloves off of Amazon that will actually fit her.
Really?
Yeah.
What size are they? I mean, are they
I think they're like youth or kids.
Oh,
something
cool.
like that.
youth nitrile gloves on Amazon. There you go, parents. If you're wanting to get your kids involved and you want to think PPE, go find it on Amazon. Youth nitrile gloves. Awesome. So now I'm going to first follow me on Patreon at Industry Explorers, because we have bonus content if you subscribe, and go to TrueTechTools.com. That's TrueTechTools.com. Use the code LMFixit for 8% off of your order, except for certain brands. Elana, that's what I learned on her latest video. So go subscribe to her channel, and if you want to buy tools, use her code for 8% off. Super exciting. I haven't even gotten a deal from Industry Explorers, so kudos to you. Jordan, tell us about your career and how that path has led to what you do today.
Yeah, so all throughout high school, I worked at Ace Hardware, and I became really acquainted with plumbing fittings, faucet stems, that kind of stuff. And that opened a door for me to get a job at a plumbing company doing rough ends. I worked for the plumbing contractor for about 7 years, not really focusing on service, but learning really plumbing from the ground up. And then I got a job offer with the school district for a service plumber. So I took that job and I ran that truck for about 5 to 6 years. And then they offered me an HVAC truck because I'd been studying HVAC in my free time. Mm-hmm. I got my EPA certification and NATE certifications and all that. And I think it showed them that I wasn't just stuck as a plumber. I was willing to open my mind and learn new things. Mm-hmm. And after becoming an HVAC tech, I discovered that I had a passion for controls and low voltage. So that motivated me to get my low voltage license. And I think that's where the future of my career is headed.
What do you do with your low voltage license? What does that future look like for your career?
I'm not so much sure that what I'm going to be doing is going to require the license. My license is an unrestricted low voltage contractor license. So I could pull a permit to pull all the data wire in a commercial building or something like that.
Okay.
But what I'm mostly interested in is engineering and logic of building automation controls. Mm-hmm. And those systems. That wouldn't really require that license, but it does show that I have some background and that I can at least pass the state exam. So
I saw that you started following, is it the Automation Ladies on LinkedIn?
Yes. And in fact, that reminds me, I forgot to let Elana wear the t-shirt that they gave her.
Oh, no. Well, next interview that Elana does, she can certainly wear the t-shirt then. I also follow the Automation Ladies because I'm really interested in just making things happen. I really want to have the neighborhood's best haunted house in October, and that's what I want to do with automation. Whether that translates into something professionally, I don't know, but my main goal is to have really cool effects. So very cool that you do that. Whose idea was it to start the LIL'MISSFIXIT channel?
Elana wanted a YouTube channel, but I think she was more interested in it being about video games. You know, she watches Karina and Sis versus Bro and that stuff. And she just wanted a YouTube channel. She likes the spotlight sometimes.
Do you like the spotlight, Elana?
What did you say?
Do you like the spotlight sometimes? Mm-hmm. Is it sometimes or all the time or most of the time?
Well, I don't really know what spotlight means.
So a spotlight, if you see a show in theater, or if you see a concert, the lead singer is going to have a light on them so that the whole audience can see them better. And that's called the spotlight. So we don't have a spotlight on us, but the attention is on all of us. So do you like Do you like when the attention is on you?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I do too. I'm not going to lie. There's no shame in that. You absolutely should soak up the spotlight. So would you want to start another YouTube channel? Yeah. What would that other YouTube channel be about?
Maybe about playing video games.
What kind of video games?
Roblox and Minecraft.
Can you describe what Roblox is? I've heard of Minecraft. I've played Minecraft, but I've never played Roblox. What is that game like?
It's like a game that has thousands of games in it. And like those games called Horrific Housing. It's like a survival game. Ooh. And it's like it says stuff on the bottom of the screen and it tells you what's happening. Like it says, it might say someone is playing water escape and it'll make their house like this big glass tube, and then it'll spawn that person in it, and the water's rising, and they have to hurry and get out before the water can get them.
Okay. Would you, when you grow up, would you want to design games or build games?
Build games?
Yeah, you can be a video game designer. And there's a lot of different jobs involved in video games. You can be the person that creates the sound for the video games. You can be the person that I feel like I'm going to mess this up, but you can be a software developer. You can deal with the game engine. You can be the one to design the maps or the characters. There's a lot that you can do. There's probably video game engineer. That probably exists. I could see that for you. Okay, so Jordan, how do you determine when Elana is ready for the next skill? Because on her channel, it seems like everything builds upon itself. How do you determine when she's ready to move forward?
I assume she's ready to learn any skill. It's just a matter of what can she physically do. You're not going to see a video of her running a chainsaw anytime soon, or a 6-inch disc grinder. Yeah, you know, something that could really take a hold of her and hurt her. So if she can do it physically, I know mentally she's ready.
Yeah, physically and ergonomically too.
Yes.
Well, Elana, as soon as you fit in a harness, come visit me in Missouri and I'll teach you how to do rope access. I'll teach you how to climb on rope and you can descend like a spy. I don't know how to do it upside down. You'll have to talk to someone in the military to learn that one.
I think I might know.
Well, then you should come teach me. Jordan, what advice do you have for parents wanting to help their kids explore skilled trades and STEM?
I would say watch your kids, see what they're good at, you know, find their strengths. Are they good with their hands? They might be on the tablet too much. I mean, my kids play video games and stuff as much as any other kids, but they need to build that hand strength to do any of the skilled trades, to turn screwdrivers and stuff. So playing with Barbie dolls and Legos is some of the best things that they can do for their hands.
I don't play with Barbie dolls.
Well, LOL dolls. I'm sorry. That's totally different. Yeah.
So just any sort of doll. I played with Barbie dolls when I was Elena's age. Well, probably younger than that. And if you told me that is part of developing a skill so that I can eventually learn how to operate a chainsaw, I think I would have been really inspired as a little kid. I would have been like, wait a minute, you mean I'm working on my hand-eye coordination and my hand motion and grip strength and eventually this will lead to me being able to operate these tools? Yes, sign me up, please. I want to learn. I totally would have loved to have learned all that Elana is learning as a kid. Elana, was it your idea to learn from your dad, or did he just say, hey, do you want to do this? How did that start?
It was my idea to learn from my dad because I'll see him like sometimes I'll see him walking in his office, like messing with low voltage stuff, and I see him doing that, so I want to join because I think it's cool.
Yeah, well, that is really cool. Make sure you guys follow Industry Explorers on Patreon. We have bonus content, and if you need some tools, go to truetechtools.com and use the code LMFIXIT for 8% off of your order. Also, go follow LIL'MISSFIXIT on YouTube. Subscribe to her channel. I've watched every single episode, and it is well worth it. I've watched every episode while at the gym, because that's when I like watching. So you fuel my workouts. Let's talk about awesome hobbies. Learning how to use tools, that sounds like an awesome hobby. In episode 3, a question about flame rectification, you said that you want to be an engineer when you grow up. Do you know what kind of do you know what kind of engineering you want to learn more about?
Mechanical engineering.
Really? What about mechanical engineering interests you?
I couldn't really the headphones didn't work when he said that, so it kind of got blurry for a second.
What about mechanical engineering interests you?
Because I feel like electrical engineers only mess with electricity, but mechanical engineers can mess with all the things.
Okay. So I am definitely going to invite some mechanical engineers on this channel so that we can chat about what they do and the education that they go through and what their work is like. I've been reaching out to as many people in skilled trades and in STEM, and I talk about you and I say, hey, I have this special guest on April 22nd. She's 9 years old and is great with tools, and she wants to be an engineer. Can I interview you? Because you might be someone that she is interested in learning more about. So hopefully you watch my channel, even if it's, 5 or 10 years from now, you come back to my channel and watch. I'm making content for you, Elana. So that's really cool. I was also very interested in mechanical engineering. Here's a comment. Chris Jenkins says, I was eating crayons at this age. This kid is crazy smart. How about that? What do you think of that?
It makes me happy.
This is a very accomplished individual that I personally know, and he is very crazy smart. So I can't imagine how crazier or smarter you're going to be at that age. My terrible grammar is kind of a joke, but it's a very dry joke. I hear you keep getting faster at solving the Rubik's Cube. What did you say your record time was?
3 minutes and 47 seconds.
3 minutes and 47 seconds. What's your secret? How do you get faster at solving the Rubik's Cube?
Usually I'll look up the algorithm on YouTube and I'll practice it a lot.
I'm sorry. I was just really impressed. I'm sorry. I was ridiculously impressed by your answer just now. I learned what an algorithm was maybe last year, and I think I still don't quite know what an algorithm is. So I'm really blown away by that. I think I'll also is there a video you recommend, or should I just search Rubik's Cube algorithm?
Well, algorithm mostly means something like a way to solve a puzzle.
Okay.
Like a way, like it's kind of like a step-by-step, like how to do something or solve a type of puzzle.
Okay.
A way that you can do that.
Would you make a video on your channel about how to solve the Rubik's Cube? Would you make a video talking about what an algorithm is and what the algorithm for a Rubik's Cube is? Because I don't know. I think I'm your number one fan, and I would love to watch that. Just gonna put that idea out there, and hopefully you make it happen, because I would love to watch that. Can you tell us about your Jiu-Jitsu?
I can't Well, I know that it's like it's kind of like wrestling, kind of, except there's things called grips, and you're not trying to pin somebody or trying to choke them out or get them in arm balls and stuff.
Okay. My next question is, do your jiu-jitsu skills help you in other areas of life? And I want to hear your answer before I tell you my observation. Do you think that your jiu-jitsu skills help you in other areas of life?
Yes.
Like what?
Like, I feel like it teaches me how to defend myself. And also, like, how to be respectful. Okay.
Yeah, very good answers. I did martial arts. I did karate, not jiu-jitsu, but jiu-jitsu is an amazing sport. And what I heard you say was grips. You learn different grips. So now we're going back to this theme of developing grip strength so that you can properly use tools safely. That's what I heard. So before I even asked that question, I thought, oh, of course it helps her. It helps her learn how to use different tools. So, and it helps teach you respect and discipline. And those are all things that you can use at home or at school or even in your roadblocks. I'm pretty sure it helps you with your roadblocks because you have to focus on those games, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can mess up.
Tell me more about that.
Like, when you on jiu-jitsu or the...
What you were thinking just now. Tell me more about it.
Like if you make a mistake when you're trying to focus on the game.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like Subway Surfers. Because the more you play, the faster it goes. So if it's going really fast and you look away for 1 second, it can make you crash.
Ah, okay. I see. Exactly. So yeah, your jiu-jitsu skills and learning how to focus on the task, it helps you with your, did you say surface surfers?
Subway Surfers.
Subway surfers. Got it. Yeah. Very, very good observation. I like that. So Elana, what is your goal with LIL'MISSFIXIT? Are you going to make more videos?
Yeah, I'm going to make more videos, and I also want to become famous.
You want to become famous? I hope that this helps make that happen. I hope all the interviews that you're doing helps to make that happen. Do you see yourself as a role model for other kids who might want to do what you're doing?
What is a role model?
Like when you are watching your dad play with low voltage, you see him and you want to do what he does, so he's your role model. When I look up to someone and I say, ooh, I want to be similar to that. I want to do what they do and learn from them. That's a role model. So do you think other kids should look at you like that?
Yeah, because I remember that my dad's friend sent him a video because his daughters were watching it and they were all glued to it.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I mean, I was also glued to it. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel happy.
Yeah, it makes me feel happy too. I try to do the same thing. I try to be a role model so that when other people see me, they say, I want to do that too. I want to learn how to climb. I want to learn how to rig. So good for you, Elana. That is really awesome. Do you have any last minute words of advice or thoughts that you want to share with everybody?
Yeah, and also in jiu-jitsu, I'm in a gray and white belt with 3 stripes.
What does that mean? A gray and white belt with 3 stripes. What does that mean?
It's something that has to do with ranking. Like, so first I started out with a white belt.
Okay.
And I earned a stripe because I was behaving at school and other places in Jiu-Jitsu. Then I'll on my second one, my third one, my fourth one, and then I'll on my red stripe.
Oh, wow.
On top of my fourth stripe.
Very
And then before I get my next belt, which is a grand white belt, after the white belt, they'll send home kind of like this slot that that you give to your teachers, and they sign and they wait how you've been behaving in the class.
Mm-hmm.
And then your parents wait how you've been behaving at home.
Mm-hmm.
And then if those ratings are good, then you can get your next belt.
Very cool. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
And also, in Jiu-Jitsu, I also beat all of the boys.
You do? Well, that's really cool. What's your secret? How do you do that?
I don't really know. I know that I usually, when the coaches are teaching us moves, usually I'll try to focus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. I'm learning from you that having focus helps you perform better. It helps you learn, and it helps you do better when you're playing games or if you're doing jiu-jitsu. That's a really important lesson. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I hope you become famous. I hope that you are on that Steve Harvey show or on Ellen DeGeneres. I hope you're on one of those shows on TV one day, because that would be super cool. I would love to see that. So hopefully we put that out there, and hopefully my friends in entertainment know how to make that happen. We'll see. I said, hopefully the right people hear about you and we see you on TV someday. That would be really cool.
Thank you.
No, thank you for being here. Jordan, do you have any last minute thoughts that you would like to share?
Anyone that's wanting to get engaged with their kids and steer them in the direction of the trades, if their kid shows interest, I just harp on safety. You can't be too safe with your kids. So make sure that they're ready to do these types of things, and always give them your full attention.
I love that. Those very, very wise words. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate your time. I learned so much from you, Elana, and I learned so much from you, Jordan. I'm so glad that we're connected on LinkedIn. You guys follow LIL'MISSFIXIT on YouTube, and if you need tools, you can go to truetechtools.com. Use the code LMFIXIT for 8% off of your order. And until next time, explorers, we will see you on our next adventure. Take care, everyone.